Okay, so it's been a couple of days. My power block's arrived. Time to give it a go, see if it can power up this N64. Let's give it a go. Okay, so first things first, we're going to take the power brick and we're going to plug it into the back of the Nintendo 64. Push it in until it clicks. Yeah. Okay, so that's in. We'll put this into the socket. And moment of truth. We've got power. Okay, so the power, fingers crossed that's really good then. So, new power supply, this old one here, we gave up on. We're not going to try and repair that. But this works now, so next thing to do is test this cable and see if we can get a picture on the screen. Let's give that a go. Okay, so we are going to pop this in the back here, so it only goes in one way around. Fits in nice and neat. As I said earlier, and showed you a couple of the bits and pieces on this cable, there's lots of areas where it's really corroded and dodgy, and the cable and the earth is still intact by the look of it, so fingers crossed this is still going to work. So it's not touching each other. Let's give it a go. Okay, so we're going to need a game to test it with. So I went to North Wales working recently and picked up a copy of V-Rally 99 from a shop called the Games Exchange. So if you're ever up in Real Flint or Colwyn Bay, I was in the Colwyn Bay shop, popped in there. Prices were really reasonable, so thank you to the Games Exchange for sorting me out with that. £2.99. I don't know what the quality of the game's like, but I just wanted something to test this console with. So we're going to give this a go now. Let's turn that back off. Power in. We've got our AV cable plugged in. Next thing to do is connect on our TV. So we've got our 3 connectors. We're going to go up here and we're going to plug these 3 in to white, red and yellow. And have I got buttons for this? Yes, I've got TV, so power this on. Okay, so I'm not sure which channel this AV is going to be on. It's on AV2 at the moment. Let's power this up. We've got our power on there. Still no signal on the screen. Let's switch through channels. No. And no. Oh! I've got output. I'm really shocked. I'm really surprised that cable's working. Amazing. I'm really chuffed with that. So let's give this a go. I don't have a controller plugged in, but 2 seconds. Okay, so I knew this wasn't going to come with a control pad, so I've ordered this off of eBay as well. This took a little while to arrive, but I don't know whether it came from China or somewhere, but it arrived in time for me to do this video, which is great. So let's give this a go as well. See what's in here. Okay, so it's a third-party, brand new replacement controller for the N64. Probably not as great as the originals. As you can see, there's no Nintendo branding or anything on these, but I just wanted something quick to test this out with. A little bit of scuff on there. Feels quite cheap and plasticky, but which I know a plastic controller is always going to sound plasticky, but yeah, let's give this a go. So unwind this, pop that into port 1. Okay, so I'm back onto the screen. I just reset the console because it played in demo mode because it didn't have a control pad connected. I don't have any rumble packs, just got the basic controller, nothing in the back of it. So we're going to press OK on that. Okay, got sound turned down, so you can see V-Rally's playing there. Give this a go. Press start. Go through with all the basic settings just to get it running. Awesome. That's working. Bit difficult to do one-handed, especially when you're trying to film with the other hand. Okay, so I was really expecting to have a bit of a battle with this cable. I thought this was going to be an absolute nightmare, but what I'm going to do now, these are still a bit messy. I'm not really happy with this. I'm going to try and get some heat shrinking on these so I can tidy them up a little bit. I'm not happy that this is going to last for a long time, so I want to tidy it up and just make sure it's nice and neat. Cool, let's try that and give that a go. Okay, so the intention was to use some heat shrinking to cover these. I probably had to have covered all 3 cables in one go because of the width and the heat shrinking and the size of the heads. But even these, the biggest of the heat shrinking, don't fit all the way over my RCA connectors, so I'm not even going to get that over it. So it's good old electrical tape to the rescue. So I'm going to use that, wrap this cable. I'm going to try and isolate this one first of all, wrap that, and then just give it a wrap around to seal it together. What I don't want is that earth cable. If you can see, hopefully you can get it on the camera there. It's so small. There's 2 cables here, the one on the outside, which is unprotected, it's not wrapped in any kind of shielding or plastic coating. That's your ground going to the cable for this, and then the red one here is for the right audio. So without that we'd lose the audio, and then if the same happens to the others, we're going to lose the connection and we're never going to get the sound coming out of this. So I want to wrap that up to make sure it doesn't get broken in the future. There's a couple of other points on the cable which I'm going to do the same for, like this one here, just to give it a bit of protection. Alright, so I'll speed this up and give it a go now. Okay, now that's up and running, one final thing I'd like to do is take the internals from the new power supply and put them into this official Nintendo one. No real reason why. I don't know whether it's going to fit because they're slightly different shapes, not too far off, but I just prefer things to be in the original housing if they can, not for any other reason than just for myself. It'd be quite cool to see if I can fit it in here. It's got the original Nintendo N64 logos and everything on there, and it just looks a little bit nicer. So I'm going to take this one apart, see what is inside it. Hopefully it matches with this one, and then I can put all the internals of that into this one, and then we're up and running with a new power supply in the different housing. Cool, let's give that a go. Moment of truth, look at him. Nice. Okay, as you can see behind me, the N64 is up and running, all great, playing really nice. So let's do a quick calculation of totals on there. So the console, faulty console, everything faulty according to the eBay listing, was £20 delivered. The controller that I bought from China was £4.71 delivered. The power supply was about £13 20 something pence delivered. So all in total 20, 34, about £35 plus the game. So we're coming in under £40. So you can buy working N64s on eBay for £40, but they normally come with no controller, no jump pack inside the console either, which this one came with. and no games or anything. So all in all, that was pretty good. I'm really surprised that it was just the power supply that was gone on this. So I quite like it that I've switched it over into the housing of the original one. So that's quite a nice final touch to it. That AV cable, I'm really shocked. I've given it probably a couple of months to survive, but those on eBay I think are about £2.50 delivered, so they're really cheap. But I was expecting to take that one apart and put new RCA cables on it, but there we go, it's all up and running and it seems pretty good at the moment. So I'm gonna have to try and get some N64 games and give this a go. Cool, thanks for watching. I hope that's helped somebody. The usual bits and pieces, please like, comment and subscribe. Lots more videos planned and lots more to come. Cool, thanks.